So my grandma was, she was born in 1921. So this is her 100th year if she were still alive. And she passed away late last year in 2020. And she was really the reason that I attended Tufts. At my church, so my grandmother was the eldest member of our church. And we have 3 generations of Presbyterians in my family. And so we had a very close-knit church environment. And my grandma knew some folks at my church who were Black as well, who went to Tufts. Mm-hmm. And my family also is several generations of historically Black college graduates, mm-hmm. and also Ivy League graduates. So sort of half of my family went to like the Ivy League schools, Princeton, and then the other half went to historically Black colleges. And so my grandmother said, "This young man turned out very well." She said, "He went to Tufts. I want you to look at Tufts." And she pursued me going to Tufts just without submission. She contacted the Office of Admissions at the time. There was a Black man in the Office of Admissions, and she got in touch with him. She got me there was like a pre-frosh weekend, and there was a Students of Color weekend where we all came, and my grandmother organized all that for me. And she said, "You're going there." And I applied to 16 schools, but she got her way, and she wanted me to go, and she was that determined person. And so I ended up at Tufts. And no matter what happened or how I felt, she said, "Oh no, you are sticking it out and you're going to graduate from there." So that was her determination. It happened. And everyone who knows me knows that story, because they know that, that was really my chief reason, in addition to, actually going on the campus and really just falling in love with the look of the campus. One of the things that I did recently for the holiday was I found, when I was cleaning out my house, because she lived at my home I had inherited in Chicago. So she still had an old spiralizer, vegetable spiralizer from the 1800s. Wow. And she still had all of her old pots and pans from the 1930s. Mm-hmm. And what I did this year was I took those things and I cooked with them. Mm-hmm. And so that was really my connection with her, because I was hoping that the meal that I made could taste like hers, mm-hmm. simply because it was in her pots and pans. So that was something that I did this year, and that was new for me, to actually bring her pots and pans home with me and cook.